3979, ready to go. Southwest 3979, Raleigh Tower, turn left heading 035, runway 5 right, clear for takeoff.
Left 035, clear for takeoff, 5 right, Southwest 3979.
Four 32, turn right, Bravo 5, join Bravo, contact ramp tower.
Right, Bravo 5, join Bravo, ramp tower, because there's correction 4432.
Southwest 3979, contact departure.
How's it going, Southwest 3979?
See you. Delta 1319 Raleigh Tower, fly runway heading, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff. Fly runway heading.
All right, good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's having has had a wonderful week. We start off tonight's show with the pushback of Air France. Hopefully the internet will play nice. The internet wasn't playing nice there for a few minutes, so we'll see. It will hold where it needs to and then drop out and then hold where it needs to. So see how that goes. Again, happy Friday, everybody. Thank you all for being patient. Yesterday, little mishap. Nothing serious. We'll talk about it in a minute, though. Got to get my headset adjusted. I'm not wearing a hat today, so that means my headset's all out of sorts. But a good way to start the show. The Dreamliner. Ready to go back to Paris. Nice blueprint livery coming in. That'll be good to see. We had a couple specials yesterday. Was here for those, including the former Freedom 1. Freedom 1, or I should say the former Freedom 1 here. And just a little snippet here. Parking at the airport. Of course, we all know it's a holiday weekend. I should know better. Last night wasn't terrible. I could have, had I not had my issues, I had a pretty good spot last night. Yesterday, picked out. Today, no.
The 1319 contact departure.
Given the holiday, absolutely nowhere
1319.
to park. Christopher Brown with a $4.99 super chat. Hey, happy birthday to Christopher Brown. Enjoying the stream on my birthday. I will be in and out throughout the evening. Thank you so much, Christopher Brown, and happy birthday. But yeah, a little bit of an issue, little snafu yesterday. And it was, if you were out or live in the Triangle area, it was absolutely a beautiful evening last night. Nice and warm, cloudy, the really, really dark clouds coming in from the west. I feel like, well, I feel kind of dumb. But again, I don't know what happened yesterday. So the story is our battery, day before yesterday, perfectly fine. Had like, I don't know, 48%. 48% will run two weekday shows. I get here to the airport, check it last night, and it was at 1%. So I don't know if something, when I was driving, if something bumped into one of the buttons on it and turned the power on, and the power was on all day yesterday, but little mishap yesterday. So again, apologies for that one. We're here today. Hopefully we'll be here on Sunday or somewhere. Somewhere around the airport, somewhere in general. Obviously busy, given the holiday weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. Wind's going to pick up a little bit. We are on the 05s tonight, so going to be again, parking was an issue when I got here, so the show may or may not be too good. a lot of ground things are going to be missed, possibly. But we got that Dreamliner up first, of course. Triple 7, by the way, is not here. Won't be here till about 7:30. What's bad about that is last night the 777 left at 7:05. So I don't know if they changed the schedule of the 777 and it's just running late today. But yesterday, leaving at 7:05 was a bit of a weird situation there for American from London. Again, that one coming in tomorrow, or in about an hour and a half. Now, I've never been on Breeze. I would like to fly Breeze once again, or fly Breeze for the first time. I was supposed to do that back in February. Breeze is definitely on my list of things to do. That's right, Ramona's up in Dulles this weekend, getting all the heavy action there in DC. It's not raining here, and it hasn't rained all day, but it has been very, very cloudy. Of course, make sure you guys smash the like button. Try to get to 150 before the bottom of the hour. I don't know that that's going to happen, but as long as we can get to 100 by the bottom of the hour, again, continue to smash the like button as everyone joins the show. I've just had a brilliant idea. I need to look at my email. All right, enjoy the Dreamliner.
Raleigh Tower, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff.
Heading 035, clear for takeoff, 5 left, American 3033.
All right, the Dreamliner getting a move on here. Sorry, I'm trying to. I've got a schedule deal. I have school coming up again, so I can't find the email to tell me when those dates are. But once again, I do have school coming up the end of next month, and I think the beginning of July. So that could be good for us. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know yet. I'm not gonna get overzealous with that at the moment. That's our American A321. Boy, ATC's awfully quiet this evening. Now again, we haven't been here on a Friday in a well, I shouldn't say a very, very long time. A couple weeks. What, 3-4 weeks ago, a month ago? Here at RDU, not anywhere else, just here.
3033, contact departure.
Got one lone
Departure American.
United sitting out there. But yeah, so I have, like I said, I have school coming up. I need to find those dates. So I can figure that out. So let's find out where that one was headed. Again, kind of a slow start to this evening's events. That one off to Phoenix, American Airlines 3033. Sitting out at the end of the runway, we've got United 1769, the one on the left-hand side of your screen.
Left turn heading 035, 5 left, clear for takeoff at Air 52.
That one headed off to SFO. 737 MAX 8 off to SFO. Hopefully the audio sounds the way it should. I made a small change. Well, I had my microphone cracked open and made a slight change to that. I don't know if it made any difference or not. I have absolutely no clue. There's a little switch on the microphone that you can, it has like three positions on it, and I don't remember what any of those mean. We need a better mic at some point in all of this. There goes Air France again. Parking tonight, very, very limited. There was absolutely no spaces along this side of the parking garage anywhere on this entire row. As a matter of fact, for me to carry my gear from a parking spot would have been a pretty big task because I would have been parked over on Terminal 1 side of the parking garage and had to bring everything over here. But there wasn't any, I went upstairs too. There was nowhere upstairs, nowhere down here to park. And so what happened is I saw a lady walk out, and I come around and I thought she was getting ready to back out. She took forever to back out. Sat there for like 3, 4, 5 minutes with the reverse lights on. I'm like, come on now. So I was sitting there waiting on this spot that we got tonight. So not the best space in the airport. Air France lining up and waiting already. Got a brisk little breeze blowing in here.
Driver 5222, contact departure.
Looks like United's going to get a move on. So again, good evening, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. No, there's no options for me to fly how I want to fly. The company I work for buys the plane tickets and gives me the hotel and the car. So whatever my company decides for me is what I have to do. So chances are it'll be Delta again. It is in Atlanta, unfortunately. I was hoping that I wouldn't get into this class until a little bit later. It is another 3-day class. But it will be back in Atlanta, Georgia.
France 5 kilo heavy, clear for takeoff.
So they're trying to get me going. Maybe this time we can try to do something like an airport walkthrough. Maybe, I don't know yet. We'll see. It depends on if anybody's going with me too. Fingers crossed.
Continue traffic mail to position.
Fingers crossed I don't go with anybody, because then I don't have to share a car. I don't have to, you know, any of that stuff. So the Dreamliner back to Paris.
Number 930 Alpha X-ray Raleigh Tower, roger.
The arrivals tonight should look fairly decent.
American 2361, runway 5 left, clear to land, caution wake turbulence, having Boeing 787 departed.
Some pretty good wing fluff there out of the Dreamliner. Again, back to Paris. Oh, big wing fluff as she hits the clouds.
Air France 75 kilo heavy, contact departure.
We thought the 75 kilo heavy, you could.
But yeah, so like I said, I don't have any control over my flights when it comes to school. So, unfortunately, you know, it is what it is. Amanda, good evening. Again, good evening, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure y'all smash the like button as you guys come in. Let's try to get to 100 likes by the bottom of the hour. Not sure how long tonight's show is going to be. Unfortunately, your host has to work tomorrow. So, going to be quite interesting. I'm actually pleased that I didn't have a show last night, because that I got my butt kicked today at work. I had lots and lots and lots of work to get done today, and I got my butt kicked.
30 Alpha X-ray.
It's been a really long time.
Heading runway 5 right, clear for takeoff.
It's been a really long time since I've been able to say that. But to be fair, it was all stuff that accumulated throughout the week. It all come together today to kick my butt. So kind of glad I wasn't here yesterday, in a way. I did come out to the airport, though. Got a couple pictures.
United 1769, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, line of voice.
And I got everything balanced out perfectly tonight for us to have such a junky spot. Would be kind of nice if they, if the winds would change, but I don't think the winds are supposed to change on us tonight.
Turn left heading 360.
Turn 360,
It's supposed to rain all weekend this weekend, so I don't know what scheduling's going to look like as far as Sunday goes. Sunday will be one of those days where we
Bravo, contact ramp tower.
Gonna monitor everything for Sunday. Oh, really? The JetBlue livery? Yeah, I won't be here that late. I will not be here until 10, especially since it won't be worth it. We won't really be able to see it. As much as I want to see the new blueprint livery, I don't know that that's going to be worth staying until 10 for.
Turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff.
035 heading, clear for takeoff 5 left, United 1769.
So there's a few variables here, like I said, in what's going to happen this weekend. Given the rain, the holiday itself, like I said, I struggled with parking. I'm going to do everything in my absolute power to be here on Sunday. I believe we have airliners. Aer Lingus and Iceland tonight, both.
Southwest 3614 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, clear to land.
Those are United off to SFO. But I do believe we have Aer Lingus and Iceland. I'll double check that. The American 777 too, by the way, if you guys are just tuning in, the 777 late.
Delta 1275, fly runway heading, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff. Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 5 left, Delta 1275, thank you. American 2406, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, line up and wait. 5 left, line up and wait, American 2406.
So the American 777 is late this evening.
Departure United 1769, thanks for your help today. See you.
They did leave. They left early last night. They left at 7:05, so I don't know what the deal was with them last night. Nice sounding A320 departure here. Is it an A320 or A321? We'll find out here on the other side. I am kind of hoping that they switch runways, but then again, at the same time, I'm not set up really for them to switch runways. Definitely could not be choosy tonight, for sure. Like I said, I sat waiting for like 5 minutes on this lady to move out of this parking space.
1275, contact departure.
All right, we've got American. Was our A319.
American 2406, fly runway heading, runway 5 left, clear for
past
takeoff.
2 days.
Runway heading,
Yeah, so
5 left, clear for takeoff, American
Wednesday,
1206.
I think it was Tuesday night, I learned that I had a dinner on Wednesday, so I was like, all right, well, I guess I gotta go to dinner. And then, of course, last night, like I said, something happened with this battery, and it was completely kaput when I got here. But that's okay. We're making it up tonight for a little Friday night evening session. And I'm also... So this is going to be funny because none of us are really excited about it, but I was going to make it exciting. Anyway, Monday, I have to work, right? And so they posted a sign on the door that we get to leave at 4 p.m. And a lot of us are like, why? Why bother?
406, contact departure.
So, it'll be interesting.
Yep.
Millie, good evening. So, again, good evening, everybody. Again, continue to smash the like button, please. Get to 100 likes before the bottom of the hour.
Alpha 4, join Alpha, contact.
As we continue on with the evening. American Airlines 2406, that one off to Miami. Delta in front of that, Delta 1275 off to Tampa, Florida. So a couple of Florida departures. Looks like we've got United 1975 coming in from Newark, New Jersey, a 737 MAX 8. That one arriving in just 1 minute. It's going to be a little bit longer than that. It is turning final. We've got Aer Lingus coming up in about 7 minutes. They're going to be downwind. And they're going to be downwind here shortly. Where is Iceland? Yeah, there it is. All right, so Iceland. Sorry, Got to apologize to you guys.
1975, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land.
Ice 821 arriving in 56 minutes, and it is not what you guys think it is.
Southwest 271, Raleigh Tower.
That's going to be a 737 MAX 9 tonight. No more LR for our Iceland flight. So Iceland returning in the MAX. Looks like it's going to be the pink tail for Iceland. Again, Aer Lingus coming up in just a few minutes. So we've got United from Newark, MAX 8. We've got Republic Airways in the Republic Airways livery, Republic Airways 4518, coming in from Chicago O'Hare. 1 hour and 31 minutes of flight time. It's also going to be an E175 LR, so we got a few minutes here. Yeah, a little frustrating. Excuse me, a little frustrating with yesterday's event, but that, you know, I don't know what happened. Checked the battery today before I left work. Battery was 100%. So my thing is something bumped it and turned it on and killed the battery. I don't know. I don't exactly know what happened. Oh, speaking of international flights, you guys want to check on the Big Bird. Let's see, where are you at? American getting ready to pass over Boston. They've got about an hour and 35 minutes. That's not what I wanted to do.
Breakout 4518, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land. Southwest 271, contact departure.
Over to departure, Unite Southwest.
Should have that United here in just a minute, just a moment. I want to look at the departure board here really fast. 625. Yeah, see, London was supposed to leave at 7:05 again tonight, so looks like they've changed London's flight times. I don't know about arrival times, but 2 nights in a row, leaving at 7:05 p.m. So tonight, supposed to tonight, but obviously they're not going to be here for another hour and a half. So we should see them here in a little bit. Where is United? There it is. United cutting through the clouds. Very low cloud ceiling here. Going to have Republic Airways in just a moment with that Republic Airways livery along with Aer Lingus. Coming up in just a minute.
Turn right, Bravo 6, Storm Bravo, contact ramp tower.
So I was hanging out yesterday here at the airport, of course, last night, because I didn't want to turn around and try to go home. And so me and Tony were hanging out. We were hanging out down at the end of the runway, and we were looking at all the construction and all the things going on down there at the end of the runway. where the road's supposed to be. And me and Tony were like, man, would it not be cool if they built a parking garage down here? Because they've got a lot of property down there at the end of the parking, at the end of what's going to be the new runway. But Tony and I standing around. There are no plans for that though, but it would be really, really, really nice if they put a parking garage right at the end of the runway. Good line of sight down there. There's still some stuff in the way.
November 150 Raleigh, Sierra Raleigh Tower, fly runway heading, runway 5 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright, so Aer Lingus from Dublin coming up. Should be number 1 now.
Shamrock 9, Charlie Juliet, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, 32 ramp.
Yep, there they are. Shamrock 9.
Quicker 4518, turn right Bravo 5, join Bravo, contact Grand Tower. Bravo 5
from Dublin. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that it's delayed 3 hours. Again, it's supposed to depart at 7:05 tonight, but that's not going to happen here as it is very, very late. All right, let's head over here, wait for Aer Lingus. Check out the 737 that's pushing back for United Airlines. We're at 25 likes by the bottom of the hour. Thank you all for that.
Number 0 Romeo Sierra, contact departure.
Yeah, I don't. Again, there's no UPS tonight. So, and traffic. I don't feel like traffic's going to be very busy. So, chances of us staying super, super late to wait for Blueprint, I doubt we'll do, because we won't even really be able to see it. It's not going to come around here and park, unfortunately. And again, I do have work tomorrow, Saturday, unfortunately. My one and only Saturday, the month of May, to work. So again, the cloud ceiling very, very low this evening. Aer Lingus is pretty close. There it is, popping through the clouds. Quite the cloudy evening today. Man, I wish it could stay this temperature all summer. It feels so nice out here.
Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, line up away with traffic 8 mile final. Runway 5 left, line up and wait, American 2402. 36590, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, continue traffic holding in position. Shamrock 9, Charlie Juliet, turn right Bravo 5, join Bravo, contact Ram Tower. Bravo 5, Bravo, contact Ram Tower, Shamrock 9, Charlie Juliet, thanks.
I know, they're probably like, did we even leave? Did we even leave Ireland? This looks exactly how it looks at home.
American 2402, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff.
Nelia, good evening to you.
Turn. Size 035, clear for takeoff, 5 left, American 2402. American 2402, affirmative.
Good shot of Aer Lingus.
035, left turn, American 2402. Louis Street 5590, runway 5
The United
left,
we were looking at a minute ago, United 1205, is headed off to Newark, New Jersey. But we saw that one sitting over there a minute ago. You know what though, like those 90-degree days were quite torturous. I'm telling you, if it stayed like this, the weather, like the weather today, not necessarily the cloudiness, but the temperature out here today is just perfect. As a matter of fact, I almost wish I had a light jacket. Yeah, they had a sinkhole or something there in LaGuardia. An interesting turn of events there. That one, American Airlines 2402, off to the Queen City. Off to Charlotte.
Runway 5 left, clear to land. Southwest 3218, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, clear to land.
So there are for certain countries there are. If there's not like a what is it called, the pre-check for the United States for customs, there are specific gates. So where you see Aer Lingus going, that's where the international gates start, and then they work their way around the corner to the other side, to the other corner. You'll see where the American 777 is going to go in just a little bit once it arrives. Again, the American 777, if you guys are just joining us late tonight, by about an hour and a half.
Southwest 3218.
So we get Aer Lingus in. We've got a American.
Southwest 3218, affirmative, cleared to land,
CRJ.
and traffic is on the parallel.
Next arrival, we've got Republic Airways 4493 coming in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 58 minutes of flight time for the E175LR. Yeah, pre-clearance. There you go.
Broke out about 700 EGL. Thank you.
So here comes our Republic Airways from Pittsburgh. So Aer Lingus in, we've got the E-175 of Republic Airways being towed into their gate. So I wonder why. So that begs the question, right? If they can, in Dublin, if they can clear customs ahead of time, why does this one? Well, it doesn't all the time. Remember that. Tonight being something a little bit different. Normally, this one does not use a customs gate. We don't see it on Wednesdays. We only see it one day a week, so it's hard for me to remember where it goes. Why it's using this gate tonight, I don't know. Where will that leave Iceland tonight? I don't know, because Iceland always...
79, Raleigh Tower, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff.
Iceland always uses this gate.
5 left, clear for takeoff, American 2329.
Southwest 3218, join Alpha, contact ground.
Alpha over the ground, southwest 32.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to readjust this thing tonight after I end the show. I need to set this up on a level surface somewhere at my house and work on readjusting the
525 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, clear to land.
Well, we know this one's not headed off to Charlotte, so it might be off to Dallas. DFW is the only departure we've yet to see. For our bigger Americans. United looks like they might be getting ready to go. I'll have to take a peek at flight radar.
Contact departure.
American 2379, let's see, where are you off to? Nope, that one's off to Charlotte too. So a couple of delayed Charlotte flights, looks like. Got Frontier coming in from Orlando, about 8 minutes. Another United flight from Washington, D.C. That's going to be a Republic Airways flight. Delta 2782 coming in from Boston, Massachusetts. Now that's going to be that 737 once again. That's another one of those things that we don't see very often. As a matter of fact, that's a new one for us. The 737 for Delta from Boston. Is no making that thing right. So we get a couple of arrivals. Looks like Frontier is going to be our next arrival. This one was supposed to be headed. Delta's off to Chicago, I believe. Got to keep an eye out over here too. We've got the Alaska flights to come down the hill. Got a Delta right here, the A320 pushing back. Carolina gifting out 1 Carolina Aviation membership. What is that? Interesting. That is really, really bright orange. Doesn't show up how bright that is on camera. For whatever reason. Alright, so let's check on Iceland and the American 777 from London. Iceland, we're looking at about 27 minutes for the 737 MAX. That is back to being the MAX this evening. The American 777 getting ready to fly over the Hamptons. 1 hour and 15 minutes of flight time left for the 777. No telling when that one will depart.
Raleigh Tower, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 5 left turn 035, 415.
Dude, I don't know what the deal is with flight radar. But it duplicated every plane on the radar. Right on top of each other.
Good, jet 525, turn left one vehicle, contact ground 1 off. Alright, ground 1 off, for good left.
Here is our FedEx. Our United. I've got FedEx on the brain for some reason. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if FedEx is coming today. I don't think so. On Friday. No. So no FedEx this afternoon or this evening. Don't have any eyes on the windsock either. Like we got that misty rain.
United 1205, contact departure.
United 1275, that one off to Newark, 737-900. Thank you, Nelia. Nelia with a membership milestone, 25 months. She's been on the channel. Thank you so much for the support. 1 year and a month. And I can't believe it's been, or 2 years and a month. No, yeah, never mind. Math isn't mathing. It's Friday. It is Friday. My brain is not working on Friday. June 30th through the 1st. I'll have to check on some dates here. Sometimes I really just enjoy watching people. Some of the things that people do. Nothing weird, just, I don't know. Fun to do. So we got this Delta A320 rolling out from the alleyway here. We'll see that one again in just a minute. He'll go out, make that left-hand turn. All right, so looks like we're gonna have Republic Airways 3624 come in before Frontier. Frontier pushing it out a little bit. Republic Airways 3624 coming in from Washington Dulles tonight. I feel like I'm missing stuff. Gonna have about 3 arrivals here.
Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land, at port party arrival.
There they go. Calling them in.
0408.
Again, that one coming in from Newark.
On arrival, just safe flight conditions.
Or Washington Dulles, excuse me. Boy, it's been a long week.
1407 Raleigh Tower, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff, traffic 6 mile final.
Left heading 035, runway 5 left, we are clear for takeoff, Delta 1407.
Delta 1407 back to Detroit, I believe.
Good, 3624, traffic departure for your arrival.
So that A320 off to Detroit, Michigan. It looks like it might be
Clear flight 1234 Raleigh Tower, wind 0409, or runway 5 left, clear to land.
raining a little bit. I can't tell. Nice sounding A320 departure. Again, this one back to Michigan, or Detroit, Michigan. Off into the clouds. We do have that arrival coming up
left heading 035 and
from DC.
Departure. Contact them now. Good day.
Alright, 035 heading, we'll pass Pirate, 1407, good day.
So we're going to have 3 arrivals. Michael Anderson, good evening. As of right now, nothing exciting that we know of. Typical Friday, not a whole lot going on Fridays. But again, unfortunately, I had to adjust and do a show on Friday. You guys know how much I really don't like Friday shows, but I had to do it, unfortunately. Friday's definitely, and what I've learned in the last 4 years, 5 years coming to the airports, Friday is always the slowest day. Good looking arrival there for the United Express. So again, if you guys are just joining us, the American 777 arriving in about an hour or so. Arriving pretty late.
Two right turns, contact the ramp tower, and when able, safe flight conditions.
Alright, 2 right. Stay with you for your 3624.
Very good, 3624. Did you recall the bases on the way in?
I think 700 feet per yard, 3624.
Roger. Pushing 404 Mike, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, clear to land.
Alright, let's see. How bad did I mess that up? Not too terribly bad. I am struggling with the tripod and the camera tonight. So an American Eagle up next. United again coming in from Washington Dulles. Next arrival is going to be Frontier. Frontier 1, 2, 3, and 4 coming in from MCO. Buck the pronghorn livery on board the A320. He's going to cut through the clouds.
Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, line up and wait, traffic 6 mile final.
5 left, line up and wait, break out 4432.
2782 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, continue traffic, will be holding position. Correct, traffic holding position. And be advised, station 700 reported about 5 p.m. Flight 1234, 2 right turns, contact ground.
2 right turns, contact ground, base is around 800 feet from flight 1231.
Okay.
So apologies for the extra shake. Like I said, I was trying to get the tripod worked out.
Yeah, 4432, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, cleared for takeoff.
Left 035, clear for takeoff, runway 5 left, break out 4432.
The 2782 wind 0509 and runway 5 left, clear to land.
It's not a very windy evening, but every once in a while we get a big gust of wind come through. But
all aircraft convective segment 72 Eastern, altimeter 0550. North Carolina, United States coastal waters for embedded thunderstorms. More information available on flight service frequencies.
So Buck the pronghorn, again coming in from MCO. Let's get our departure. The E-175. Got another arrival coming up. Again, cutting through the clouds this evening.
Air 4432, left heading 035, counting departure.
All right, where is our
4432.
American Airlines 4432, which was that one? Republic Airways off to Chicago O'Hare. Next arrival, we've got Delta 2782 coming in from Boston. That's going to be that 737. Which is another one of those odd flights. So it looks like something that they've changed for the season. Before we didn't see the 737s from Boston. It seems like they've
Mike left Charlie, kind of ground.
made an upgrade. We saw another one. What was the other one we saw? One from MCO or Fort Lauderdale or something. It was another 737-9. You can see too how cloudy it is. He's already pretty low. Cloud ceiling really, really low this evening. Will we see any go-arounds? I doubt it. But again, got a couple more international flights to come in. for the evening, the American 777 from London. And of course, Iceland. Man, I wish I would have been able to get a better parking spot tonight. That would have been a fantastic shot. Like I said, even up on the, even upstairs a level, up on the roof, there was nowhere to park. Absolutely nowhere. So we kind of just, again, we waited on on a parking spot. I sat here probably 2-3 minutes waiting on the lady to get out of the parking spot that we're currently in. So Buck the pronghorn coming around the corner here. Don't know if we'll have a marshalling shot for him or not. Let's see, we might, in fact. And it is, in fact, raining. You can feel the mist blowing in here now. There you go. Got that marshalling shot for you guys. So again, remember to smash the like button, you guys. Make sure y'all are watching in 4K. Of course, we're broadcasting once again in 4K, as we always try to do. But continue to smash the like button. Of course, we'll do our best to be here on Sunday. Like I said, today, a lot of parking issues here this afternoon. Lots and lots of people flying out and going to see loved ones on the unofficial start to summer. All right, we've got another arrival. This one's going to be PSA Airlines coming in from DCA. It's going to be a CRJ, I think. Yes, CRJ. Ooh, it's a 702 ER. That's something we don't normally see. We did see the CRJ 900 LR for PSA land a little while ago. I think we actually missed that arrival for something else. I think it was for Aer Lingus. Again, a very low cloud ceiling here this evening, so it'll be a moment here before we see that one. So we'll hang out with Buck the pronghorn here for just a minute while we wait for that arrival. That's going to be followed by Envoy 4029 also coming in from DCA. That one E175 LR. So here comes our CRJ 700. Well. Dang, I wish I would have known you were coming a little bit sooner. Alaska Airlines back to Seattle, making their way down the hill. Iceland coming up. He's going to be number 2, unless we have somebody coming in from the south, which we don't. So Iceland Air coming in at number 2 tonight, as we see Alaska Airlines coming across to go back to, I believe this is our I don't know, flight radar's got them mixed up. There's one, I can't tell if there's actually 2 on the ground here or not. We'll find out after this one takes off. Flight radar is showing one at Terminal 1 as Alaska 12, which is going back to San Diego.
035, runway 5 left, cleared for takeoff.
And that could be this one.
Left turn 035, set to takeoff 5 left, left, 5.
This is report A.
So we'll see how this one, what this one is here in just a moment. This one definitely a max for departure. Max will disappear off into the clouds. Let's check this out.
72, fly
No.
035.
So this one is Alaska 572, the Max 9 off to Seattle. Coming up next, we do have Alaska 12 headed off to San Diego, 737-800, getting ready for departure. So once again, good evening, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in to possibly a short show this evening.
Boy 40,
As
29,
well.
runway 5 left, clear to land.
Depends on how busy we are. But our feature of the night, the American 777, 48 minutes for that one from London. All right, so Alaska 572 out of here, Alaska 12 coming down the hill. Just a moment. We've got Envoy 4029 coming in from DCA. That one in E175LR. 44 minutes of flight time. I want to keep an eye on Alaska because I can't tell where it's at. There it is, there it is, there it is. No, 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 wait. No. I wanted the shot of
There, the basis reported at 800.
going across the bridge there. Flight radar lagging on me. Disappointing me. Oh, now it's completely gone off flight radar. So this one here, Alaska 12. Can we go to GSO? I don't know about GSO. Some people say they're not too spotter friendly, but I have no idea. I've never tried to do a show there or do anything there. It also has to deal with how much traffic and such that GSO has. We try to stick to airports with higher numbers so you guys are entertained throughout. It's one of the reasons why, like I said, Friday nights are not too keen of nights for you guys, for us, like, because it is a much slower evening. But again, if you guys are just joining us, I had no choice in moving shows. Normally Thursday night is a fantastic night for us, but it always seems to be a mixed bag here lately. One Thursday or Wednesday will be great, the next will be nothing. It just, I don't know, it varies. May have the same number of flights, but just timing might be different. Somebody's starting engine somewhere. All right, so Iceland coming up next.
Ice Area 21 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land, bases reported to 800.
All right, so Ice 821, flying 6 hours 4 minutes, arriving in 1 minute. It is the MAX 9 tonight. This should be a daily flight now. I think when they changed it back to a daily flight, they switched it from the LR to back to the MAX. Hey, Robbie, good evening. So yeah, I think with the daily flights, they switched it back to the MAX. Have no clue why, don't understand why, but who knows? There's a possibility that they might bring the LR back, but as of right now, we need Savannah. Savannah knows all of this scheduling stuff, but she's not. We haven't seen Savannah in a while. She might actually be working tonight, but there's always a possibility of them bringing back the LR. Just like we've got coming up next month, which I'm excited about. A couple more weeks. I don't know exactly what day, but the A350 900 makes a return next month. So get ready for that, the month of June. The Air France A350 900 makes a return. Iceland should pop out here soon. Again, a very low cloud ceiling. If it were clear, we'd already have eyes on it, but cloudy, chilly, misty kind of evening. There's Iceland in the MAX. As a matter of fact, I think it's gotten worse.
5322 Raleigh Tower, wind 0409, runway 5 left, clear to land.
Iceland bringing the pink tail tonight.
5322, the basis last reported 900.
Battling a little bit of wind there for Iceland. Good look at those ribbons.
Wind 05010 fly, runway heading, runway 5 right, clear for takeoff. Runway heading, we're clear for takeoff 5 right, Southwest 1247. Clear 821, turn right when able, join Bravo and contact ground. Right enabled, Bravo, contact ground, 821.
And I am excited for the return of the A350 next month. Now, I don't know what that's going to do. Well, you know what? I know what'll happen. They'll switch places. So you saw where Air France was earlier tonight. Where Aer Lingus is currently. I would be willing to bet that is where the American 777 will go once Air France starts bringing the 900 back.
Number 1247 runway heading, timing departure, good day. Runway heading departure, Southwest 1247.
15 likes from 200. I don't even remember what I set our like goal for. I did that yesterday. Day before yesterday. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Tonight's kind of a laid back, kind of casual type show this evening for a Friday night. Good look at Iceland. Comes at Endeavor. Who is this? Endeavor 5322. Another one from DCA. I feel like this is our third one from DC. This one, the Delta CRJ 900. I'm going to try to put them on to the right side of your screen there, so you guys can get a look at the ribbons.
Runway 5 left, minor weight, last report.
Alaska getting ready to line up. Got Alaska, we got a Delta. Again, this one, Alaska 12, off to San Diego, California.
5322, 2 right turns, counting ground.
Oh, I'm sure, Eddie. I know. I don't doubt it. All the traffic heading into your neck of the woods down there, headed into the beach. Kind of glad I didn't have any plans to go anywhere. Of course, like I said, tonight's show going to be not necessarily on the shorter side, but I definitely need to get out of here at a decent hour, given the fact that I've got to work tomorrow. Unfortunately, my one Saturday for the month of May has come on a holiday.
So 689 Air Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, line by weight, traffic joining in 10 mile final. Line up and wait, 5 left, open 69. Alaska 12, heading 035, time departure.
All right, we're going to wait on Delta to come around here. They're getting ready for their departure. While we wait on them, let's take a peek at flight radar and see what's coming up. Endeavor 5150 coming in from JFK. That one flying 1 hour and 9 minutes. We've got the American 777 coming in just a few minutes. Actually, I think that's about an hour away still.
689, turn left heading 035.
No, 34 minutes for American 173 Heavy from London. That
one, 5150 Raleigh Tower left, RF 900 on the bases, runway 5 left, 32 left.
So the 777 was scheduled to leave, scheduled to depart at 7:05 this evening, but definitely late. Man, why is Friday Southwest Friday? Maybe that's what we need to call it. There are a ton of Southwest this evening, which kind of stinks for us, but it's okay.
Number 3 Kilo Alpha, just keep it rolling down to left Charlie, contact ground.
Delta on the move, 737.
Heading 035, contact departure. 035 over
Delta using up some runway. Got an American Eagle sitting down here waiting on somebody to come pick him up and pull him to the gate. So again, the American 777 landing in about 35 minutes. Our next arrival is going to be this Delta Endeavor 5150 from JFK. 1 hour and 11 minutes of flight time. That one, it says 0. We've got another Endeavor, or Republic Airways it looks like, coming up here shortly. So again, a little more laid back tonight on the show. So like I said, continue to smash the like button if you guys would. Subscribe if you'd like. Got 18 new subscribers this evening, so thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Comes our Endeavor 5150 from New York.
Way 5 right, wind 05010, clear to land. Base is reported at 900. So 5150 right, Bravo 5, join Bravo, contact ground. Yeah, we're going to use Bravo 6. Right, when able, contact ground.
So our subtotal, we're looking at 11,078. I can't believe how quickly we made it to 11,000. We flew through 10K. Absolutely amazing job. Now we're up to 11,079. So close to 20 new friends, which is not bad for a Friday night. Thank you all for subscribing to the channel for a Friday. Our weekday shows, if you guys are new here, the weekday shows are a little bit more kind of laid back type deals than our weekday or our weekend shows. Just because we never know, you know, what's going to be happening. Especially in the wintertime. Yeah, I honestly would not want to be traveling today. Like I said, I can only imagine what the roads are like. On the way here, it was normal, no traffic. It was fine. It was a normal day coming to the airport. But I can only imagine what traffic's like on, say, 40 or 85, 95, stuff like that. People going out to the beach, people going, wherever their vacation may be taking them this weekend.
035 County Sparks.
Kind of glad.
First result, 26.
I personally would not want to be on the road on an evening like this. All right.
200 left,
flight radar.
going out for cutting ground.
Southwest touching down behind us. That last departure off to Minneapolis. Delta 2699 at A220-100. Next arrival for us, if flight radar will work, Republic Airways 4436, another E175 LR.
Okay, 4436, right tower, wind 0608, runway 5 left, clear to land.
Coming in from LaGuardia. So 2 LaGuardia flights back to back here. The Endeavor arrival. And now this one. Good question, Anthony. I'll explain in just a moment why that American is getting towed in just a moment. Let's get our marshalling shot in here for the CRJ. And then I will explain exactly why
reported 900.
that American Eagle's getting towed into the gates. All right. So, any one of these gates right here, they have to be towed into. Before all this, they had a starting line where they would pull them out and they would start engines right about where that tug is now. The new starting line is up here, that red and black line you see there, center screen. But the reason they have to be towed out there and towed into their gate is because of the construction. So they got a little bit of construction going on back here that they try to keep the planes from picking any of the equipment up or damaging any of the equipment. So they shut them down right there, far enough out, and start the engines. So good question.
Runway 5 left, line up and wait. Runway 5 left, line up, wait for 4493. Yeah, 4436, right, Tank Bravo 5, Wind Bravo cutting down.
Tank Bravo 5, Wind Bravo cutting down.
Again, lots and lots of construction in and around the airport. If you guys are new here, you can also get on the on Google RDU 2040 project.
Left 035, 115 left, clear for takeoff, Freak Air 4493.
As a matter of fact, like I said, Tony and I were
Secure 4630, Niner Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to left.
Tony and I were looking at some of the plans for the RDU 2040 project. We were trying to figure out where the road was going to go last night while we were hanging out down there at the end of the runway. Got another Brickyard on the move. Another Republic Airways. There they go. Off into the clouds.
Pick up 4493, left heading 035, departure today.
It's got a Delta 737 sitting over here waiting for departure.
From 035.
Yeah, see, lots and lots of Southwest. That last departure headed to Pittsburgh. Republic Airways 4493. Next arrival, Republic Airways 4639. This one coming in from Nashville, Tennessee.
36.
You're looking at an hour and 12 minutes.
Sorry, Southwest 30.
From Nashville.
Southwest 2674, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, left way, traffic company 6 off on.
5 right, left way, southwest, 2671.
And also, if you guys are new to the channel as well, this is not. I mean, this is normal when we're on runway 5s. If we're on the 2-3s, we'd see all of the Terminal 1 action as well. But tonight, given the fact that the winds are pointing us on the 5s, no hope of seeing Southwest breeze or any of the other ones for the Terminal 1 side, unfortunately. So basically, we're watching the runway, or watching the airport under one runway. Man, I cannot talk.
2674. Southwest 3264, runway 5 right, clear to left.
Get a quick look at the 777 again here in just a moment. We'll see how far out that is.
Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, line of breeze, traffic 6 mile final.
Delta 2600, that should be headed off to Atlanta.
Southwest 2674, runway heading connect departure.
Hey, we got a little bit of a surprise here for my folks who love the props. Gonna have Mountain Air Cargo 7503 coming in from New Bern. ATR 72600 coming up next. Gonna be number 1 for arrival. Always one of our favorites to watch for arrival. I always feel like they just shove the nose down on those. Saw them really do that last week. Coming in and it's like shoved the nose down on that ATR to make his way into the runway. Got a couple Deltas on the move. No 757 tonight, doesn't look like. Did not see that one this evening. Looks like we're going to have some departures.
Delta 2600, wind 060 at 9er, on departure, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, cleared for takeoff.
Yeah, I should be on, I should be on Sunday. Hopefully we don't run into any issues, and I don't have a time.
Wind 050 at 9er, runway 5 left, cleared to land. 5 left, single land, Montana, 3.
I don't have a time yet. Set for Sunday. Hey, I'm a liar. Look at that. Looky there, looky there. Not that I lied, I just didn't know. I present the 757. There you go. Got our ATR coming up next. Delta 2600 off to Atlanta, I believe. It's not even up on radar, but what a surprise. The 757. This one will get ready to head back to Atlanta as well.
2600 heading 035, departure. Heading 035, departure Delta 20.
Delta 2600 is off to Atlanta. All right, so we got our ATR up next. I know a couple of folks here on the show love our props. See, look, he's like nose down. It's great. To have a little bit of cargo action this evening. Everybody else taking the Friday off. No A300 or 767s. Last night FedEx flying in the A300 again.
Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, line of way. Runway 5 left, line of way, Delta 5050.
So, let's go with the ATR. We'll see the 757 up for departure in just a minute.
Three right, Charlie, and then keep going, Charlie, join Foxtrot and contact ground. Right on Charlie, go to Foxtrot, Montana, Bravo 3.
So again, our 757 getting ready for departure.
Turn left, heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff. All right, left turn 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 5050.
Should be a nice sounding departure for the 75.
2361 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, line of wave. All right, line of wave, 5 left, American 2361.
Considerable amount of wing fluff off the 75.
Delta 1550 heading 035, departure. And turn heading 035, departure Delta.
Republic Airways in their actual Republic Airways livery pushing back. 218 likes. Thank you all for smashing the like button. Let's continue that throughout the evening. Delta 1550, so this is back-to-back Delta departures off to Atlanta. Delta 1550, that 757 back to ATL. Kind of wish and I know why they don't, but I kind of wish my flight was later for the 757. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't get to pick flights.
2361, wind 06011, turn left.
Delta 1097 going to be our next arrival. That one coming in from Atlanta, flying way up into Kentucky, flying way around all the storms and stuff, taking a really, really long trip. About an hour and 3 minutes for that one. They still got about 4 minutes left. American 173 Heavy coming in from London Heathrow, looking at 12 minutes for that 777. Yeah, somebody's looking for their car. It's normal. So American from London coming up in about 12 minutes. I believe this one's back to Miami. Could be back to Dallas. I think the LAX flight left before we got here. That quickly, they're off and into the clouds. Again, low cloud ceiling this evening, misting a little bit. Here, I can feel the rain coming in a little.
Departure American 2361, 1,800, climbing at 6,000, ahead 035. Still up tower, contact departure 13.
Off to Dallas. American Airlines 2361. That one off to Dallas Fort Worth. That last departure 737-800 for American.
Yes, sir, full Bravo Mike Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, wind 0709, clear to land.
That wind feels like it's trying to pick up just a little bit. Hey, we made it. 20 new friends tonight. Thank you all for subscribing. I wanted to give a quick check on that. So Delta 1097 coming from Atlanta is going to be a 737-9ER. It says about a minute left for them. It did say 4 minutes. Now it says a minute. Flight radar is funny. Yeah, Republic Airways still exists. They're mostly flown by American Airlines. We see a ton of Republic Airways here, but most of the time it is the American Eagle E175. So it is good to see that. I always consider the actual Republic Airways livery to be a special livery. It's not something we see all of the time, but we do see it quite often. Yeah, rough little while for NASCAR. Quite sad, actually. I was actually out here last night when I found that out. I was already disappointed with our snafu there. Buck the pronghorn getting ready to push back. He'll head back to MCO here in just a few minutes. So Iceland has touched down. We've got, as you saw, Aer Lingus is here. Still waiting on that 777 for American. That's going to be a nice arrival through the clouds. American from London, 8 minutes.
Runway 5 right to the left.
NASCAR. Well, that was late. Hey, AirNav Radar started following me on Instagram. I'm scrolling through some of my notifications, so that's good to see. I'd like to see AirNav follow us here on YouTube, of course. Again, a quiet moment here while we wait on some of these departures to get out to the end of the runway. Again, a few minutes away for that 777. About 7 minutes or so. Like I said, buck the pronghorn here, headed back to MCO. There's our Delta 1097 from Atlanta. A lot of Atlanta flights right now. I don't know if they had a delay or what.
Okay, 5 Raleigh Tower, reduce final approach speed, runway 5 right, clear to land. Get you at 507 if you can, just keep the speed up. Roger. We're full Bravo Mike, if you can, just left Alpha 6 and kind of ground. So 1097, 2 right turn, center ground. Third turn, forward ground with 1097.
Sorry, I was looking down at Aer Lingus. There.
Okay, 55, cancel the approach clearance and turn left heading 320 and climb maintain 3000.
Hey, 231 likes. Thank you guys for smashing the like button. Severe thunderstorms just passed Atlanta a little while ago. That makes sense. Let's see. So Frontier's headed off to Orlando. Unfortunately, we don't have any breeze action unless we get some breeze on our side. Again, tonight a little bit different due to the weather and the runway direction tonight. Hard to see Terminal 1 side. So no breeze, no southwest, unless they make their way over here due to the wind direction this evening. Now, on a normal basis, when they're on the 2-3s and we're upstairs in our normal location, absolutely, we have both sides. But again, tonight, due to weather, and again, at Frontier here, off to Orlando. Yep. Speaking of Breeze Airways making a hard left turn there as they following that exec jet. So Breeze getting rid of their turn in. Couple of Breeze Airways coming in. And then, of course, you guys are waiting for the American 777. Now it says 8 minutes again, 7 minutes again. Like, what? Flight radar drives me nuts.
Left Charlie, center ground. Ground, 5507, I do apologize. That's fine.
So we should see pushback of this one in a minute. We've got a United out at the end. We've got American Eagle out here.
Left turn at 035. 5 left, clear for takeoff, brickyard at 35.
So see this one here, another Republic Airways, but this one operated by United Express. Oh, now you decide to push back? It's always the way it goes. As soon as you move the camera, somebody's doing something. There we go. Catch the pushback of the A320 here. We'll catch that Republic on the way out. See, it's a little bit windy this evening. It's nothing significant, of course. Haven't had any issues from any of our arrivals. Last Thursday we were out here. It was really windy. Struggling to hold on to everything last Thursday. All right, we'll get back to that one in just a moment. Let's get to our United Express for Republic Airways.
Heading 035, contact departure.
Speaking of the 777s and such, getting the cargo handlers ready for the 777. Aer Lingus should be getting buttoned up here before too long. They should be 8 o'clock, I think. Around 8 p.m. for that departure, I think. Matter of fact, let me take a quick look at that while we have a minute here.
Mission Kilo, current altimeter 3018.
Aer Lingus, due out at 8:25. Iceland, due out at 8:30. I think those two might be the ending of our Friday night show. Again, we don't do Friday nights if you guys are new to the channel. So we'll probably end the night with the departure of those two international flights. No UPS tonight, no FedEx departures, so no more heavy action after the arrival of this 777. So, and again, like I said, Friday night's not a normal night, and I have to be to work in the morning. Saturdays are always brutal at work. I don't know why. I'm hoping that tomorrow's not too bad. Actually hoping it's slow enough we can kind of leave early. Hopefully the weather will be okay for Sunday and we can return to our normal positioning and be back upstairs, but the weather not looking too good for the entire weekend. This weekend. Got some rain tomorrow. So we're usually here till about 9:30 or so. So we stay till about 9:30. We get the UPS A300. That's usually our last departure. Some nights we get lucky and we end up staying late for other reasons. 2 weeks ago we had that emergency landing with that exec jet. They had a landing gear issue and they made a couple of passes here. So we stayed late for that. We stayed till almost 10:30. But on a normal basis, we're here till about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Usually on Wednesday evenings. But The diversions last week for the rain, or for the storms. We stayed late for that. There was a bunch of them. How many was there? Like 10, 15? A bunch. I don't even know how many there were. I know Dulles was getting hit pretty hard with the weather. But a lot of my longtime viewers know that it all depends on traffic, right? How busy it is. Friday night, like I said earlier, Friday night is not a very busy night for the airport, unfortunately. And a lot of people, as far as the show goes, a lot of people are out doing things, out on dates, football games, movies, whatever on Friday nights. Friday nights not been one of our stronger evenings. Unless, of course, we have fireworks going on, which no Friday night fireworks for the 4th of July. That'll be Saturday this year. There's our Republic Airways.
Flight 1039 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, final plate. 5 left, final plate, flight 739. Regard 4417, runway heading county departure.
All right, so Frontier,
Regard 4417.
Buck the Longhorn, Pronghorn, whatever he is, off to MCO, back down to the House of Mouse. Like I said, a lot of factors go into what days we do shows. Now, if we were in Charlotte, I felt like, was it Friday? Yeah, the last time we were in Charlotte during the week. Friday was fantastic down there in Charlotte. It was busy all day, but that was an all-day show. That wasn't, a 6 to whatever p.m. show. Very, very busy that night in Charlotte.
Flight 1039er, fly runway heading runway 5 left, 15 off.
The American 777 now on final. American 173 Heavy. 7 hours, 41 minutes for that 777-200ER. Arriving in about a minute to 30 seconds.
Aircraft from Vector Sigma 770 Eastern Valley 0155 Zulu, North Carolina, surrounding states, close to waters for thunderstorms. More information available on flight service frequencies. Begin 173 Heavy, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land.
And there you go, they just called American 173 Heavy in for their landing. Oops.
2135 left, enable kind of ground. 173 Heavy, bases reported 900.
Off into the clouds.
Triplet 1039.
Looks like Aer Lingus might be getting ready again. Aer Lingus 8:25 scheduled departure. The American 777 up next. Again, a very low cloud ceiling, as you guys can see, as that one gets out of here back to MCO. Back to warmer weather. So again, make sure you guys smash the like button. Thank you all for tuning in on a Friday night. Again, I had our like goal set for 400 when we were going to do the show last night during all the storms, but again, a little snafu over here for me. Some battery issues. I'm just glad the 777 is going to land with a little bit of daylight left. Sunset, I think, 8:16 this evening. Just waiting to see those lights pop through the clouds. Should be any moment. All right, you guys. As soon as we see it, I'll give it a second here. Come on, where are you at? Like zero visibility. It's gonna be close, isn't it? Gonna be coming in really, really slow at 128 knots. Nice, steady headwind for him this evening. Come on, come on, come on. All right, enjoy the 777.
Runway 917 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, clear to land, base is 900. Again, 173 heavy, right turn, when able, contact ground.
Okay, right turn and then right on Bravo, and we'll contact, you want to contact ramp or ground?
You can contact ground.
Okay.
Very misty arrival for the 777. Well, he was really close to the ground before he popped out of those clouds. Camera didn't even have time to focus on it. I was struggling with the camera here. 260 likes. Thank you all for smashing the like button. 777 will head to the gate now. Of course. Uh-oh. Got an air starter somewhere. I'm going to say it's going to be for that American Eagle right there. See that one around the corner to the gate. Just a moment.
Raleigh Tower, the base is more like 600 feet per post.
Brother, thanks. Charlie 917, keep it rolling left Charlie, and contact ground.
Left Charlie going to ground, Charlie 917.
Blue Street 590, Raleigh Tower, just continue over short 5 left, just about another minute on the flow time here.
Copy that. Short of 5 left, Blue Street 590.
I feel like they've got the runway lights turned up quite significantly this evening too. I'm surprised they don't turn them up brighter. I know they are adjustable. I've seen them adjust them.
508, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land, traffic park, start your arrival, CRJ.
So, will our ATR come to this side? We'll see. 2 ATRs in one night would be nice. Most of the time, they like to spread the love between the between the runways.
Left 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff, traffic 5 mile final.
Clark left, here's 35, 5 left, let's take off, please, shoot 659.
From 035,
All right, so PSA up next.
Yeah, 035.
That one going to be that American Eagle CRJ. Don't know if it's the 702 or if it's the 900. I'll find out here in just a minute. I think it's the 900. The 700 is sitting over there as well. So I think both of those back to DC, if I'm not mistaken. We'll find out in a moment, of course. So the American 777 in. Gonna wait on the departure of Aer Lingus and Iceland. Hopefully Iceland. If Iceland doesn't look like it's going to leave before 9 o'clock, then chances are we'll end with Shamrock here. Unless it absolutely gets really, really busy between now and Iceland's departure if they depart late. They do have a yellow bubble, so I wouldn't be surprised if Iceland doesn't leave later. Iceland's always late, I feel like. So that CRJ gone. Still some work going on down here at Aer Lingus. See if they get ready to get this stuff out of the way. We've got a Delta CRJ coming out to the end of the runway, getting ready for their departure. PSA off to Philadelphia. The CRJ 900LR, that last departure there. 35 likes away from 300. Can we get those 35 likes before the departure of Aer Lingus? Aer Lingus again. Oh, that's 30 minutes out. That should be easy. Again, make sure you guys smash the like button. As well as if you're able to watch in 4K, please do so as well. 268 likes. Hopefully I did this correctly and that will start to roll. Maybe. We'll see. Some days it does it, some days it doesn't. Breeze does not have any special liveries that I know of. Just their normal Breeze Airways liveries. There's our ATR. This one coming in from Wilmington. This one's the smaller one of the two.
For 5219, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 5 left, number 5219.
Endeavor 5219 getting ready for departure. Another CRJ for Delta.
508 right Charlie, and then straight ahead join Foxtrot and contact ground.
Right turn Charlie, straight ahead.
Hey, Zoe, good
Foxtrot,
evening.
contact ground.
Oh, now it's updated. 275 likes. So the XP, I'm not really sure. It's something to do with the chat. I don't ever pay any attention to it.
Heading runway 5 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading 5 left, cleared for takeoff.
As a matter of fact, I can't even see that, honestly. That's all for you guys. But it's something to do with the chat. It doesn't affect the show in any way. I think it is strictly just for you guys. Oops, 281 likes.
Runway 5 left, cleared to land.
Got an issue here. Hold on. There we go. Trying to get some stuff worked out behind the scenes here. YouTube drives me insane sometimes. There goes that Delta CRJ. Off into the clouds.
Number 5219, runway heading, contact departure.
Runway heading, departure, number 5219.
So let's find out where Endeavour is off to, shall we? Speaking of breeze, we've got breeze coming in behind us. We've got JetBlue 185 coming in from JFK, New York, an hour and 10 minutes of flight time. They're coming up next, going to be our next arrival. Then we've got Delta 2992 from Miami, an A319. So a couple more arrivals for us. Endeavour 5219, that last departure off to JFK. Again, we're waiting on Aer Lingus.
Delta 9960, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, line up and wait.
Who?
Line up and wait, 5 right, Delta 99.
Oh, why is there a Delta over on the other side? Interesting. So again, JetBlue coming up next. We're going to be able to keep things rolling here.
540 left when able, join Alpha, contact ground. Left when able, join Alpha, contact ground. Delta 2992, Raleigh Tower, wind 0509, runway 5 left, clear to land.
I believe we're hearing the external power unit. I think there's a problem with their APU, maybe. Yeah, they got the box over there. I can't tell if that's running.
Delta 9960.
From the box on the left of your screen to the bottom of that CRJ.
Clear for takeoff. Takeoff, 5 right, Air 963 Kilo Alpha, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, line up and wait. Wait, 5 right, 963 Kilo.
JetBlue. Sounds like an air raid siren. Yeah, it is that CRJ down there. Lights coming on for that CRJ.
Alright, over to departure, left heading 035. Have a good day, Delta 9960. We'll get the pilot. Delta 185, 2 right turns, contact ground. 2 right turns, contact ground. Delta 185.
Good look at the A220. Thomas, good evening.
Left heading 360, runway 5 right, cleared for takeoff.
Departure left turn to 360, clear for takeoff 5 right, 963 still up.
Here we go. Wing walkers coming out for Aer Lingus, so that means they're about ready to roll. So we'll see in a minute if Iceland begins their push. Again, they're supposed to be departing 8:30. We'll see. Delta 2992, the A319 from Miami, popping out of the clouds here. Should see beacons on just a minute. These are all the, by the way, these are all the passengers coming off the London flight. Coming through customs upstairs.
This 992, 2 right turns and just contact around. 50 times over, right up 109.
Whoa, Ramona gifting out 5 Carolina Aviation memberships. Thank you so much, Ramona. Eddie with a 1999 super chat. Thank you guys for the support. Brian, here's a little help towards parking. Love the channel. You're very welcome, Eddie. Thank you so much for the 1999 super chat, and thank you to Ramona for the 5 gifted memberships. Congratulations, everybody who was gifted a membership. Should be getting closer to being able to put the tower emoji back in place. Again, we took that out to replace it with one of our airline tails. Again, if you guys were gifted a membership, you now have access to all of the tails. Speaking of tails, spam the chat with Aer Lingus. 289 likes. Thank you all. Can we get those last 11 likes before the departure of this A321 XLR? And go. It's 11 likes. Got a few minutes here before the departure of the XLR. It's supposed to be 8:30 for that one. 8:35 for Iceland. Again, if Iceland doesn't seem to move, they're always late. If we don't seem to see them moving, we'll make a decision on whether or not to stick around for their departure tonight. We will see them on Sunday. Let's see. The reason I say that is we've got... How long do we have? Our next closest arrival is 13 minutes out. Air Canada being one of those arrivals, that one arriving in 17 minutes. But again, it all depends on Iceland. 7 likes away. Good look at the Shamrock. Yeah, they haven't turned the lights down yet on the runway. They're still really bright.
Okay, Atlanta Center weather, Dodger 108, 108 down till 0220 for limited low IFR feelings and 1 mile on the biz. Traffic phone, more information available on site service.
So there you go, he's talking about low IFR because of the low cloud ceilings. Likes away. Give you guys one more update on the subscriber count here. 88. So 28 new friends joining the subscriptions tonight. Thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Another free way to help the channel. Of course, those likes really help the show.
2393 Raleigh Tower flight.
Had a wonderful day Sunday, by the way. Lots and lots of new subscribers. I can't even remember how many. Well over 100 new subscribers for Sunday. So, an absolutely amazing day. We need more Sundays like that, where we can gain 100 plus subscribers in one episode of the show. A huge thank you to you guys for making that happen. 1 like away. Ooh, we got one more subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. Again, consider joining the memberships. As you guys can see, you get those nice tail emojis. You also get the perks of if I get new equipment or want to play around with settings, you guys get to watch that. I'll do members only live shows for that. Also, we had that members only live show for the Friday practice of the air show a couple of weeks ago. It does not feel like it's been 2 weeks already. It sure enough has. Delta 737.
Raleigh Tower, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, cleared for takeoff. Left turn 35, runway 5 left, cleared for takeoff. So 2393, runway heading, contact departure. Go departure, runway heading, Delta 2393.
And we did it. 308 likes. No Prime Air here. When we go to Charlotte, we see Prime Air every now and then. AJ, good evening. Every once in a while, we go to Charlotte, we'll see Prime Air. We also see their UPS. Hey, 92. We're only 8 subscribers from being in our first 100 in 11,000. So if we got 8 more subscribers, for tonight, that would be good as well. So that would put us at what? We're at 92. That puts us at 32 subscribers tonight alone. So if we got to 100, put us at 40 subscribers for a Friday night.
So runway 5 right, line of wait. 5 right, line of wait. 35347 heading 035, contact departure. 55 departure.
Got that CRJ finally starting up over here. Pushing back. Let's find out where PSA's off to. 6 more subscribers away. Man, you guys are awesome. All right, Delta 2393, that one off to Boston. That's that odd flight that we were talking about earlier. The 737 all the way back to Boston. Not something that we see on the normal basis. That one being upgraded for the season. And I can't remember ever seeing a 737 from Delta Airlines coming from Boston to here. So that's definitely different for this year. Hey, okay, all right. Eddie with an interesting fact there. Says I don't even watch the XP stuff, but I did since someone mentioned it. So donations do move you up the ladder. So now after his 1999 super chat, he is now #1 on the XP. And a huge thank you to Eddie for the 1999 super chat. Again, thank you to Miss Carolina, of course, gifting out 1 membership tonight, as well as Ramona gifting out 5.
1481 heading 035, contact departure. 035 departure.
And of course, a huge thank you to our members. As always, you guys keep the channel rolling. Keep us flowing, keep us going places. Speaking of which, I'm itching to go somewhere. It's been a while. With school and everything. All right, we hit our light goal, 300 likes before Shamrock's departure. Enjoy the A321 XLR.
ILS 5 left. 2394 Raleigh Tower, base is 600, runway 5 left, clear to land. 2394, clear to land, 5 left.
That pilot totally said 5 left, or 5 right. No, he said 23. Sounded like he said 23 right. But 5 left. All right, Aer Lingus back to Dublin. I think we'll stick around for Air Canada. If that American is from Charlotte, that means Air Canada is not too much farther out. Ooh, a bit wobbly there on departure for Aer Lingus. I really want to know what the inside, if there's any significant difference in the XLR, which I'm sure there's not, but I wonder if they kind of space the seats out because it is a long flight on a narrow body aircraft.
3998 Raleigh Tower, check. Shamrock, Niner Hotel Whiskey, contact departure. Shamrock 9 Hotel Whiskey 5. Southwest 3998, turn left heading 035, runway 5 right, quick takeoff. Alright, left turn heading 035. Clear for takeoff.
Yeah, we know. So again,
Runway 5 right.
the light goal that I have set was for last night. I anticipated more folks watching the show last night due to the weather, inclement weather coming in. Unfortunately, of course, as I said, we had issues, our own technical issues last night, so we were unable to broadcast. But so that one,
November 525 Charlie Romeo, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, clear to land.
a little bit, of course, our fault. But here comes our next arrival, popping through the clouds.
November 5198, taxi via Bravo Delta Golf Ultra to Charlie.
This one, that American flight. I think we're going to stick, like I said, we're going to stick around for Air Canada due to the fact that we're going to be waiting to see what happens with Iceland. I'm not going to give it too long. 8:35 is their expected pushback, but they are always late. I don't know what it is about Iceland, but they are always late.
Right Bravo, Ultra to Charlie. Bravo 5, Bravo, short of Charlie, American 2394.
Night, Zoe.
Southwest 3998, contact departure. Over departure, Southwest 3998. Yep. Arctic 636, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, clear to land. Southwest 4002,
I don't know, something is different tonight, and I can't put my finger on it. Seems like everything looks different this evening. And I know it ain't nothing I've done to the camera.
5 Charlie Romeo, one more departure, priority arrival. American 2394, pass behind the Delta, then continue taxiing via Bravo, contact ramp tower for entry. Alright, let Delta go, and then Bravo will call the ramp American 2394.
So 326 likes. Sorry, I'm playing with doing stuff behind the scenes here. So let's check on Air Canada. All right, so Air Canada, Jazz 838 from Toronto, an hour and 22 minutes. That one 3 minutes away. That's going to be our next arrival, in fact. Unless Endeavour 5109 gets in front of them. Man, it is a southwest kind of night. There are a lot of southwest on flight radar for us.
Yep, I'll turn that on right now.
Iceland scheduled for 8:30. I don't know why my flight radar doesn't give me the estimated time lately.
If I tell you Romeo, we got visual at 900 feet. Charge, thanks.
But it is in the Iceland is in the yellow, so there is a slight chance.
Endeavour 5198, just be ready to taxi by about 2
We're
minutes
not
before
going
the
to
top
catch
hour.
that one. As a matter of fact, I think Air Canada is going to do it for us. Just because, can anybody see that estimated time on Iceland?
Charlie Romeo, exit on taxiway Charlie, and then Charlie Juliet parking on district.
Yeah, it doesn't give me what you call it. Their departure time was 8:30 for Iceland. And again, Iceland is always late. There aren't too many days that we see them. So we use AirNav here on the bottom of the screen. I believe that's, I can't remember how I have that set up. If I have it set up for just arrivals, I think I do. I also use Plane Finder too, but I use several different ones. It does look like Delta is going to be our next arrival. The Endeavour 5109 from LaGuardia, an hour and 9 minutes. It's going to be the... Yeah, what happened to flight radar? So Eddie's doesn't do it either. What? This one, is this the super sticker? Sorry, I have a hard time seeing it on here.
109 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land.
It's our software. When am I going back to CLT? Hopefully soon. That is good information though. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll be back in Charlotte. Thank you for the donation. The super sticker, which I cannot find it. Not your fault. Not your fault. One of these days I'm going to show you guys what the issue is with this deal. Actually, you know what? I don't know that I've ever really had anybody send a super sticker. Hold on. Greatly appreciated, again, all of the support tonight. 328 likes. We have a couple minutes here.
Continue roll left Charlie, right Juliet, parking this frequency.
Speaking of AirNav, AirNav followed us over on our Instagram page. By the way, you guys can follow us on Instagram if you guys don't already. Carolina Aviation, of course. Just look for our logo there on Instagram. I also have Facebook. We're on Facebook every now and then. I don't do Instagram as much as I should. I've got some things I need to download. Hey, we did it. 11,102 subscribers. We started the night with 11,060. So thank you all for subscribing to the channel today, as well as liking the show. Greatly appreciate that. That's going to push our numbers back into the green as far as subscribers and views go. So greatly appreciate all y'all's support, especially on a Friday night. I know Friday nights are a little bit different. Man, that cloud's ceiling is even lower than it was. So Air Canada coming up. I saw somebody say 9:02 for the departure of Iceland. So Air Canada will be our last arrival. I believe it should go where Aer Lingus was. We'll wait and see. There is always a chance to see things later, of course. The camera's gonna do that weird thing with the colors. I don't know why it does that. There we go. Let's change it and see if that changes it. Probably not.
9 air turn right, Bravo 5, join Bravo, contact the ramp tower for entry.
You do not have to go through customs, but for whatever reason, that Air Canada always parks at that gate usually. So Air Canada up next. Again, this one, Air Canada will be the last arrival. 339 likes. And like I said, if Iceland so chooses to move before we go off the air, of course we'll stick around for that arrival. Or that departure, I should say. Again, no UPS, no FedEx departures tonight. They are all off on Friday. Here comes Air Canada right there. So this one from Toronto.
Parsec 700, Raleigh Tower, runway 58, clear to land.
It's cool watching them come through the clouds. Thank you for the weather updates. Again, I got to work tomorrow. It's supposed to rain all day, which is okay with me. Gonna hear a car start up. There's a car right by our microphone. Oh, maybe not. Hybrid. Nice. Definitely thought this car right here was gonna start and be all noisy and things. Man, there are still people filing out from the American 777.
Hey, Charlie, right Bravo, and over to Tower, Dimitri.
From London. So let's see where Air Canada goes. Hey, we did it. 341 likes. Not bad for a Friday night. You're very welcome, Eddie. Thank you so much for all that you've done with the donation, as well as the moderating. So now that that one's touched down, I'll give you guys one last update here while we wait on them to come around the corner. Sitting at 11,104 on the subscriber count. So 44 new friends today. That is really good for a Friday night. Boy, the cloud ceiling, the reason I stopped there for a moment, the cloud ceiling is so low that the beacons on the back of Air Canada are hitting the clouds and reflecting off the clouds. So I was trying to figure out, it was like, is that lightning? Is that the beacons bouncing off the clouds? And it's definitely the beacons. Let's see. Is there anybody out here waiting for Air Canada? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they won't.
And Raleigh ground, runway 5 left, taxi via Bravo.
To the gate. Do have this CRJ coming around the corner. Give you guys one last marshalling shot. We'll end the show with the marshalling shot into the gate. For Delta. Oh, is Iceland pushing right now? I don't have eyes on its tail. So if Iceland is pushing, in fact, it does sound like there's a max starting up on the other side. All right, so we're going to get all of our scheduled flights in this evening. They're only a few minutes behind. Normally,
runway 58, clear land.
Normally, like I said, they're way later. What gate are you headed to? This one here.
Southwest 766, Raleigh Tower, runway 58, clear to land.
One last marshalling shots.
Gotcha,
Oops. Yes, she is. Ice 820 pushing back.
Contact 700, exit Alpha 4, taxi parking via Alpha Delta Juliet. 412, Alpha 4 Delta Juliet.
Boy, the clouds look crazy. Especially now, all the lights reflecting off the clouds. Well, we're in the wrong gate, aren't we? There we go. Didn't realize we were in the wrong spot. There's a bunch of guys out there moving around. That's part of the reason why we almost missed it. So a good look at all right, so how many likes are we sitting at right now? We're sitting at 350. I don't even have a like challenge for you guys. Honestly, 350 likes, that is absolutely amazing, like I said, for a Friday evening. Iceland's fallen off of flight radar at the moment. Still 226 folks hanging out with us too. Thank you guys for hanging in there this evening. Not too much longer left. Ah, it's Air Canada. Air Canada tricking us all tonight. Air Canada with the marshalling shots. That's why everybody was scrambling out here. It's not often we see this one come around back here into the alleyway. Again, every night is different to where they tend to go. Man, I wish they would have left the their ident lights on. Love the Air Canada tail at night. Absolutely amazing looking tail at night. Aeromexico's tail looks really, really good at night as well. That departure off to Nashville, Republic Airways 4489. 357 likes.
4492 Raleigh ground, runway 5 left, taxi via Bravo.
Guys are awesome.
4489, contact departure.
Alright, so we're waiting on ice. Where you at?
Moxie 855, looks like clearance has a full route for you if you want to contact them on clearance.
See what I say? 9 o'clock. It'll be 9 o'clock before they get out of here.
Join Alpha taxi parking this frequency.
Guaranteed. They are on the move, so maybe they'll hustle up and bounce out.
Wheels up time's going to be 5-3.
Tactical Lima. Whenever I can get to an airport worth doing 24 hours at. So after a certain hour, of course you guys know, airports shut down after certain times of the evening. They might get a few stragglers in, but come around 5 a.m. they come right back out. Just get things started. I know I got off my flight a couple Thursdays ago. At what time was it? It was around this time. And a lot of things inside the airport were already closed. So they don't cater to late night flights here. After about 9 o'clock, everything gets shut down. 361 likes. You see that Iceland tail tail. Our last departure of the evening. Got an American Eagle hanging out in front of them now. Next arrival, Republic Airways 4596 coming in from Nashville, Tennessee. Hour and 11 minutes of flight time for the E175. Poking through the clouds.
Unanswered, was that ICR 820? ICR 820 affirmative, you can change my frequency. American 2375, Raleigh Tower on frequency. American 2375, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land. Brickyard 4596, right, Bravo 5, join Bravo, contact the ramp tower for entry. Right, Bravo 5, Bravo, call ramp Brickyard 45.
Sounds like we've got another American arrival. American Airlines 2375 coming in from Miami, an hour and 45 minutes of flight time, 737-800. Yeah, I see a lot of people got a little bit of rain. It rained a little bit yesterday, last night, and then it hasn't rained today. As you can see, it's just a mist here. No significant amount of rain today. As a matter of fact, I don't think it rained at all today. Here, it seems like you guys in Charlotte, though, are getting a good amount of rain. I know that's supposed to be headed this way again. It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
United 1397 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land, 1 departure prior to arrival. Moxie 2135 Raleigh ground, full push, traffic behind you. Brickyard 4492, full student, hold short of runway 5 left.
Full student, hold short 5 left, Brickyard 44.
Lights are extra bright tonight, looks like.
American 2375, right, Bravo 6, join Bravo, contact ramp tower for entry. Alright, that was on 50, ramp tower. The last calling unanswered, second. Delta 1097 Raleigh ground, runway 5 left, taxi at Foxtrot.
Pincy Plains, Scott, good evening. 4 likes away from 375.
5103 Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land, 1 departure prior to arrival.
The weather's definitely changing the way things look out here. We've got a United coming up, sounds like. But we also have Iceland, who has finally come out from behind the terminal All right, let's give you guys an update on United. United 1397 coming in from Newark, New Jersey, an A319-100. That one poking through the clouds. Got a Delta out there as well.
Delta 1097, not showing an edict anymore. The release time is going to be 05 as of right now. American 2083, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 left, clear to land.
Bit wobbly for United. They're toward
5198, you guys ready to taxi?
Toward the end.
5198, runway 5 left, taxi at Charlie, hold for the Bravo. 7103, you can disregard the departure prior.
Stephen Page, good evening. Again, good evening, everybody. Thank you all for dropping in.
Mach 825, runway 5 right, taxi Alpha.
Again, we're waiting on Iceland's departure.
Passes by you, you can push back on Alpha.
Iceland, our last plane of the night.
United 1397, Bravo 5, Bravo to parking, contact ramp tower for entry. Bravo 5, Bravo to park, contact ramp for entry, United 13.
Here, an A220. That must be our JetBlue A220. Endeavor 5103, going to be our next arrival from JFK. Behind that, American Airlines 2083 coming in from Washington, D.C. So a couple more arrivals here to finish off the evening. One like away from 380. We might actually hit 400, you guys. Keep this up. Got 20 more likes to go, but getting really close.
Potential aircraft convective signal 1 Eastern Belgium, 0255 Zulu for local area. More information will be obtained from flight service.
Another one coming in right behind that one. So hang out with Iceland again for a minute. Again, American Airlines 2083 coming in from Washington, D.C.
7103, right, Charlie, right, Bravo.
That'll be our next arrival.
Unable on Charlie, 7103, Roger, right, Bravo 5, going Bravo, contact the ramp tower for entry. Alright, Bravo 5, and then Bravo, ramp for entry, then 5100. Delta 1097, your sequence will be the ice air off your right side. Endeavor 5198, your sequence will be a Delta Airbus. They're currently on Foxtrot. You'll be number 4 in line.
Who's number 4 in line? My goodness.
Mach 865, Raleigh Tower, Roger, hold short runway 5 right, landing track. Hold short 5 right, Mach 865.
So again, this A319 right here. Coming in from DCA.
73, turn right Bravo 5, join Bravo, and text parking this frequency, contact ramp tower for entry.
Bravo 5, Bravo ramp tower for entry, American 23. Have a good night.
I don't know if Lufthansa came in today or not.
035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff.
Up 035, 5 left, clear for takeoff, prepare 44.
And last flying tower unanswered, say again. Moxie 2135, Raleigh ground, runway 5 right, taxi Alpha. Nothing, 971 Delta Sierra, Raleigh Tower, cautiously turbulence to ride, Boeing 737, and Airbus departing prior to arrival, runway 5 right, clear to land. Denver 5198, my apologies, you'll call the Delta 73, thank you. Southwest 2679, turn left Alpha 4, taxi parking via Alpha this frequency. Moxie 55, Raleigh Tower, fly runway heading, runway 5 right, quick takeoff.
All right, there we are. Last plane of the evening right there. Be our last departure. Ice.
Raleigh Tower, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff. Left heading 035, wide left.
All right, here we go. Last departure of the evening. ICE 820 back to Reykjavik.
Card 4492, contact departure. Departure required 4492. JetBlue tow, proceed on taxiway Foxtrot, advise clear.
All right, one last update on the subscriber count. We made it to 110. So, 50 new subscribers this evening. Thank you all for subscribing. This is always one of my favorite departures at night. I don't know what it is about this livery at night. It looks so good in my opinion.
Moxie 85, runway heading, contact departure.
Runway heading up, done. Tower, Moxie 2175 right.
Delta 1097, Raleigh Tower, turn left heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff.
035, 5 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 1097.
Moxie 2135, Raleigh Tower.
All right, bonus departure. Delta 1097, ready to go.
Alright, there, 820 left turn heading 035.
737.
Contact departure.
Bonus time. This one will be it. Hey, 7 likes away. Can we get those last 7 before we end the night? Last 7 likes. Double, triple, quadruple check. Make sure you guys have not smashed the like button, or that you have smashed the like button. 7 likes away from our goal. Delta gets a move on. Our bonus plane of the evening. A lot of wing fluff for that
Sierra Echo on Alpha 3, text parking Alpha Delta Juliet this frequency.
Probably one of the best departures we've had tonight.
1 Delta Sierra affirmative and Alpha Delta Juliet departure.
Let me double check, make sure.
Denver 5198,
you don't have time.
Heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff.
Heading 035, runway 5 left, clear for takeoff, Denver 5198.
Delta 1097, contact departure, have a good night.
Good night, Delta 1097.
Oh, did we get there? We're one like away. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me on a Friday night. Greatly appreciate that. I know Friday night's not a normal night for us. Again, 2 pushbacks on 2 of our shows, so thank you all for being patient and coming to the next show in line. Should be back here on Monday, or Sunday, excuse me, long week. Still got a long way to go. Still got tomorrow to go. 400 likes, 401, we made it. Thank you to all of my channel members. Again, the shows do not flow without you guys. Thank you to our moderators, and thank you to everybody who contributed today. Those contributions, man, I cannot talk. Those contributions keep the channel rolling. So thank you everyone for everything. Again, we should be back here on Sunday, somewhere, sometime. Don't know if it's going to be here. I don't know. I haven't decided about the weekend yet. Chances are it will be here, but we'll see. Again, thank you for spending your Friday evening with your host. Good night, everybody.
Runway 5 right, clear to land, and the wind's currently 07010. Ever 5198, contact departure. Have a good night.
Contact departure, Ever 5198.
Mach 2135, contact departure. Nethermere 1 Delta Sierra, looks like you missed the turn, so make the next right-hand turn. That'll be Tech Bay Hotel, or if you're able to make the 180 there.